Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a couple model kits. I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker, you can just lurk. That's cool. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. We are currently at, boom, 38 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40 subscribers. I shut up about how many subscribers I have when we hit 40. If you would like to get a subscribe now, that would be cool. If you want to gift a sub to somebody in the community, you could do that. That would be cool as well. Lord Crashton is here saying, hey, Pat, and Aristofan just resubbed 79 months. Thank you so much. That's so many goddamn months. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego Scythe Tier 2 blue emote in the chat to thank Aristofan for their continued support. Means the world to me. 79 months is so many months. It's just a lot. It's just a big number. Yeah. It's just a large number. The next one will be the big 8-0. That's an even bigger number. Yes, 80 is bigger than 79. I'm right. Good. Okay. Took me a second. Anyway, hey, I'm feeling a little silly today. Mainly because I'm not sick with a cold anymore, and my voice is back. Now I do still have the sniffles. That is how numbers work. You're right, Aristofan. I do have the sniffles still. A little bit here and there, and that's allergies. Like, I have the window open, and it was raining, but that's just really warm in my room. So, like, am I going to be sneezing at the end of the stream? Probably. Am I going to take an allergy pill before I go to bed so that I sleep a little bit better? Also, probably, because I didn't take one today. But yeah, it's been kind of rainy, and it poured, and then it didn't rain at all for a long time, and then it rained again. Now, you would think that would cause relief. It does not, because it just washes all of the pollen out of the trees and has it fall, and then the water dries up and the pollen remains, and then you just is just there. It's just everywhere. It's not great is what it is. But forget all that, because I'm feeling better. I got the energy back. Last night I didn't feel like going to bed when it was time to go to bed, so I stayed up because I had all this extra sleep that I accumulated when I was very tired and sick. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back at it fully. I did record, yes, Lord Crashington, staying up just cause. I did record the next 2 episodes of Kuma Baer, and I think they don't sound as good as previous, but I don't really care because they sound good enough. I recorded them on Saturday when my voice was mostly back, but I'm I listened to them. I've listened to them in headphones. I think they're okay. We're gonna keep them. Let's go to the overhead camera. So on Saturday's stream, we almost finished the Denial Gundam. You can see we've got the blades, we've got the long beam hair. So we were almost done here. Coming out of the top here, long flowing hair. I'm going to pull this down here. I just realized I was zoomed in more than I want to be for that photo, so my apologies. I'm sure there will be a ton of comments about your voice. Well, Lord Crashington, I don't mind that because they're YouTube shorts, so I'd actually love it if people had something to say at all, because it would just help. My previous YouTube short, which I will promote, in the middle of the thing, the previous YouTube short, Kuma Baer, has the word killed in it, the title, and it did not get pushed to anybody. Now, is that the only reason? Probably not. But my previous videos were doing well. I was on a real upswing with my shorts, and then this one didn't do well at all. And so it's that's probably because I didn't put I don't know. I guess if I was only focused on number go up, I would not have covered the anime at all. But don't care about that. So I will talk about shows that maybe the algorithm will choose to not like. Because it exists. It is a real thing. There is an anime called I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years and finally maxed out my level. Season 2 is starting very soon. And so someday, someday YouTube won't care as much about that stuff, and I will feel better about this. This is my promise to you folks. I'm never going to say unalive when I meet killed or died. Never going to say that. Never going to say that. Never going to put that, say the words, but then put in the subtitle, like the caption that is a different word. Like, no. Sometimes you add captions with clarity, but that's it. I'm not going to do that. I don't care because, like, oh, that it's just not worth it to me. Like, I don't, perhaps, as I prep this for the next phase of cool gadgetry on here, perhaps in the future, your friend Pat will care more about it because it'll be directly linked to my income or something. But as of right now, social media stuff, like I don't do TikToks and Instagrams of Kuma Baer anymore. I used to upload to everything, but it wasn't worth it because Instagram was getting like 5-6 views. TikTok was getting like nothing. My TikTok did not blow up. The algorithm did not enjoy my videos because I was only uploading once a week, and they are a minute long instead of longer because they're a minute long because that's what that's what YouTube Shorts wants. And so I was like, well, I'll do, I don't want to do 2 versions of this, one that's longer. And so I was just like, it's not, none of this is worth it. What I want to do is talk about anime that is cool and recommend it within a minute. And I hope it finds strangers, but I also hope that people that already know who I am and what I'm about also find the things that I am making and enjoy it. And that's just kind of the vibe that I'm going for. I can't read the numbers. I can't read the numbers on this. I'm going to, we'll zoom in a little bit here. Zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to swap to this lighting and then maybe I can read it. One of the major downsides of the clear, any sprue that is clear, is sometimes it's hard to read the numbers with my eyes right now. I don't have the best eyesight in the world. I could probably use a better prescription for my glasses. Probably long overdue for that. We don't really need to be clear, so we'll go back. There we go. We'll go back to that color. Just a little hard to read here. So, what are we doing right now? We're adding cool, like, flame effects. We got to add some flame effects to this thing. So, we're doing that now. Will we keep these? I don't know. Am I just putting on these cool effect parts because I have them? Kind of. I'm kind of just putting on these cool effect parts because I happen to have the ability to do so. Because why not? I am going to do something with this kit in the future. I am not going to tell you now what that is. Eagle-eyed viewers will recognize it later. It's a very cool purple. This clear, glittery purple rules. But it's a little hard for me to read the things. But yeah, I don't know. I have these cool effects parts, and I kind of want to see them in action. Like, this is awesome. Look at that. Like, cool, like, effect flames are beam flames are coming out of the shoulders. Like, that's rad as hell. Like, oops, we'll put that back on in a second. Like, if I can do this, I'm gonna do it because it's rad. It's cool. They're there for a reason, and that reason is adding these effects parts. Now, why are you being annoying? You should just slide right in there. There you go. Yeah, that's just cool. And then I can slip these on, but I don't know. Oh, they go like that. Okay. I don't love this as much because I really like the wrist beams. Like, they're the arm beams here. Beams daggers. I think these just look cooler, but I don't know. Whatever. We'll keep this. So we have these effects parts, and then we're going to we'll put the long hair back, and then we'll take a photo of this. There's going to be a bunch of photos. I just want to take photos of all these cool effect parts, and then we'll start a new kit. The Crossbone Gundam X1 full cloth type from Gundam Build Fighters Try. I think it's Try? I don't remember. Hold on. It's a Build Fighters. Build Fighters. Oh, it's the Build Fighters Try. Yes, it's this next kit that we're working on. Not the Denial Gundam, which is also from Build Fighters Try. No, the Crossbone Gundam is from the same series. It's from Gundam Build Fighters Try, but it's from the manga, which has a subtitle whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, so I apologize for that. All right, so we've got cool extra flames. I really like the shoulder flames. I will keep those because they look real good. So, whoops, spin it around on the long hair. So we got cool flames. Got that there. And then we go to the back here. And now for this, they want the ponytail because we're going to do back wings here. Back flame beam wings. So, oops. So I got to take off the extender here. I got to pop in the ponytail rather than the long hair, which is a shame, but we got to do what we got to do. And what we have to do is put this on here. Get these flames on here. And then we got the wings. And then there's also flames that come out of the back that like are different than the wings. If I was gonna have a back piece on here that wasn't the long hair, which like, come on, why wouldn't I have the long hair? It would probably be the flame or these flame wings, because they are very cool. I mean, cool is cool. I got a bunch of annoying stuff done today. I'm happy to say I got a bunch of stuff done that I've been meaning to get done. I did basically only what was essential while I was feeling bad and sick. So I just did like what I had to do, and now I have the opportunity to do stuff that like I wanted to do, or that I was postponing. And so I got a lot of that done, which is good. It's good to get that stuff done, even if it was very annoying. All right, so then this goes like this here. And then this goes here. And then we've got wings that come out of the back of it, which looks pretty fucking rad. Looks good in photos, look good in person. I guess I could just take this photo like this then. Yeah, that's cool. So now I got some flame wings, and I got the beam flames, and then I got the tail coming out of the back of it. Take a photo there. It's cool purple stuff going on. And then I'll show you the last options that we have here. This just has so many different effects parts and different styles. Actually, I think I'll take it from the back so you can see. You can see the wings coming out of there. So I just think they look cool. We'll do it without any tail coming out, because I think that's just kind of cool. That'll show it off well. But yeah, I got a bunch of nonsense stuff that I wanted to get done, which I'm happy about. Today just kind of dragged on. Like I was getting done what I needed, but then I was like, oh wow, this is just a long ass day. All right, yeah, so we got that there. And then I was getting the stream set up and I was getting everything together, and there's an update for OBS, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to download this update because it's only a couple hours before the stream starts, and I don't want to find out there's something weird with this version of OBS. I haven't heard there's anything weird with it, but I still don't want to find out there's anything weird with it. But what I forgot was that overnight, my computer decided it was going to upgrade. It was going to take an update. And I didn't want it to, but it was like, we're going to update while the computer's asleep. And so I woke up to it being like the login screen, and I was like, no, that's not where I left it off. Okay. So it turns out I had to do the thing that, I don't know if this affects you and if you use OBS, but with me, anytime I update Windows 11 and previously Windows 10, what I then have to do is I have to go in to OBS and find and re-enable my microphone, because it loses my microphone every fucking time. And I don't know why, but it does every single time I get an update It doesn't when I update OBS. It does every fucking time when I go to update the Windows 11, and it was doing that in Windows 10. And it's probably just like my microphone and how Windows acknowledges my microphone exists, I imagine. But it's really frustrating because it happens all the time, and I would like it to not happen. It would be cool if that didn't happen every fucking time while I was trying to do stuff. All right, so I gotta see which is which here. So I need 7, I need 6, and I need 5, and then I need 8, 9, and 10. I think this is, this is 8, 9, and 10 here. Okay. So we're going to do one more cool effect part, and then we will be wrapping up this build here. And moving on to another build. Excited for that. But yeah, there's an OBS update. I will get it at some point because I'm sure it'll benefit me in some way, shape, or form. I also recently, I did it. I got the NVIDIA driver update. I've been trying to hold off on NVIDIA driver updates because occasionally they just really mess everything up, but this one was apparently a good, important one to download, so I grabbed it. All right, so it's gonna go on here. I do like these effects parts, these kind of like weird spirals of stuff. I think they're pretty neat. Do I like this better than the ponytail or the hair? No, but I do think it's kind of neat. It's pretty cool. I'll put it on. Like, I'm not, this is not, it's same thing with like the fist effect parts that we looked at on Saturday. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. It's not something I particularly want, but it is cool. I can appreciate that it looks neat. On here. Feel like my camera is just like a little delayed. Right? Am I delayed? I'm only using a little bit more CPU than normal, but I feel like no, okay. I don't know. For a second there, it seemed like the camera was just like a little like the shutter speed was off or something, and there's nothing different about my camera. So I was like, oh, that's weird. Is this going to be like some sort of problem that I haven't identified before and have to figure out what that is and do it live on stream? But no, I think I'm just a little slower in building stuff, and I was noticing that. I think maybe I was just moving slowly. Caught off guard. There's a WWE, or sorry, not WWE, there's an AEW pay-per-view this weekend. Maybe Windows decided to act weird until you restart it. Yeah, that also happens sometimes, but it hasn't been weird in anything else, so who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. I think I was just being a little slow, and everything felt slow because I was being slow. All right, we got these effect parts here. We can do the last one. Take the last photo. There is an AEW pay-per-view this particular Sunday, so no stream interference there. Won't have to worry about anything like that. But I do have to kind of decide if I'm going to be watching it or not. Friends are kind of we are all kind of collectively a bit on the fence about this one because there are some matches that I think seem really good and some matches that I'm like, I don't know about this one. I don't know if they're going to be great. More matches will get added. Right now, there's only 6 matches and no 0-hour matches announced. So I imagine there will be more matches figured out on Wednesday, and then probably 0-hour stuff will get announced during Collision on Saturday. So I haven't fully committed to watching it, but I don't know. There could be some good stuff in there. And I figured I could talk through the card here in a moment, but we're almost done with this kit anyway, so we can get into the Crossbone, and then I can go through that stuff. I gotta put this down here. Then I gotta flight that in there. And oops. And then we're gonna leave. I've decided that we're gonna keep the back thing there. We're gonna leave the side flames because I like those, but these are gonna come off, and we're gonna put the wrist flames back, wrist blades, I should say, back on, because sparkly wrist blades are very cool. And this is, oh, and then this, yeah, this likes to fall off, which is annoying. But this is the look we're going for here. This is the final build of the Denial Gundam, which I really enjoyed working on. But yeah, this is it for the Denial Gundam high grade. This is what I'm going to go with as far as what effects parts I'm going to keep, which is, again, the longer hair, because I just think it's very funny to have long hair on a mobile suit made out of beam material. And I think the shoulder beam flames is just a silly idea. I wish I could have these. I don't know, maybe I could. You know what? Hey, we're messing around. I haven't started my new kit yet. It's fine. It's a Monday. We can experiment. Let's put the wings on. Let's put these wings on and then see if I can actually get the long hair over the wings. I bet I can't do both, but if I could, I definitely will. Ghost Valve says, I gotta say, the effects and posability seem good, silly, fun. Yeah, Ghost Valve. Also, hi. I do think that, yeah, there is a lot of fun to be had with this, with all of the stuff it comes with. Okay, now can I do this? Can I? Oh, I can. All right, well, we're going with this, y'all. Look, whoops, nope, it came out. Maybe I can't. We'll see. Let me push the head. Let me tilt the head forward. See if I can get this lined up in there. I can. And then if I tilt the head back. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm going full nonsense. We're going with the beam flame wings and the beam long hair coming out of the ponytail top. This is a silly thing that we're doing. I'm very excited about it. Because this is just, why? Why did I do this? This is overkill. It does not need all of this coming off the back of it. But on a stand, it's going to look very funny in a way that I really like. I wish I could do both the wrist blades and this. I wish I could have both these on. Unfortunately, I can't fit both. I could, I guess, break this off and like adhere it like this here. I could do both. I think that maybe is just I think that's an unnecessary thing for me to like chop this part off so that it's flush and then glue it on. I'm like, I don't need to do that. I think this is fine. This is a level of extra nonsense that I'm here for. Yeah, it's got so much flair to it, and I'm here for it. Let me toss these extra stuff over there to the pile, and then yeah, okay. So we're now done with all the possibilities of the Denial Gundam. We have settled on this. This is our final of the Denial Gundam here. I can say we can lock this in, and then we can put this kit to bed for now. As I said, sometime in the future, I'll be doing something with this kit. So you'll have to stay tuned to find out what that is. A little tease for you. But we'll go aside with that. We will take the Denial Gundam photo away. Get out of here, Denial Gundam. And then the Crossbone Gundam. This is the we have built on this stream previously a Crossbone before. This is the Crossbone Gundam X1 full cloth type, because it is from Gundam Build Fighters Try, one of the manga offshoots of Gundam Build Fighters Try, which is a offshoot of Gundam Build Fighters. It's a lot. Anyway, we've built an X-Bone before, but this X-Bone has different cape. It's got, it's kind of got like the cape a little similar to the second generation of the Death Scythe. It does have the X still on the back, which is great. It's still pirate themed. It's still got the skull on the chest and the skull on the head. It does have a skull on the sword. Very excited about that. And it does have a crossbow. The Crossbone has a crossbow. It's got like a beam crossbow. And then also, it's got a bunch of nonsense like foot daggers. And you can put on one of the arms, if you want, a beam shield, which I think is very fun, like a deployed beam shield. I think I would probably just do both weapons, but we'll at least look at that when the time comes. But yeah, this kit's got a bunch of nonsense. Oh yeah, also the idea is that the backpack, the X there, is like part of the little flyer that flies in, which is a fun concept. But yeah, this kit's got a bunch of nonsense. But yeah, you can customize how you want to do it. There's like there's a different version. You can build a sword that also has like beam stuff coming off of it, and then a beam blade. And you know we're going to put that together because it's a big weapon, and I like good, silly big weapons. But also like, yeah, you can take parts off other kits that came out in this era and put them on there. I'm like, oh, okay. I probably won't, but okay. Yeah, you can see the beam shield there. It's very silly. I mean, the foot dagger is also very silly. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot going on here that I'm very into. Lots of nonsense. Oh, that's right. It's a gun. It's like a long rifle, hand cannon, I guess, that then becomes a sword. Yeah, that's good and silly. There's a lot going on here, and I'm in favor of all of it. Let's get into it. We start with, of course, the chest, because it's a model kit from the 2000 teens. So you start with the chest. 2006 to like 2018, 19, you start with the chest, and then occasionally kits that were like, oh, you start with the head on this one. But for the most part, this is the order of operations will be chest, head, occasionally backpack, occasionally not backpack. In this case, not backpack. Arm, and then from there, then you start working on the feet, and then the legs, and then the waist right at the end, and then like a connector between the chest and the waist, if there's that, and then the backpack at the very end. It looks like, yeah, the various different kinds of backpack and all of that. And there are going to be a lot of stickers here. A lot of stickers that go on late, but this kit is unfortunately rife with goddamn stickers. It's been a while since I had so many stickers. So many stickers. I mean, you know, hey, 2 different eye stickers. That's great. We love that because there's 2 different faces we can use. Yeah, I can use face. There's a sticker for each G112 and G113. We'll look at them. We'll decide which one we want to use. You know, we'll figure it out when the time comes. But we don't have to worry about that right now because there is a sticker that there are stickers that will go on the chest. But we'll get started by building out the chest here. We'll get going on that. And while I do that, I'll tell you right now what we do know has been scheduled for AEW Dynasty, the pay-per-view. That again, I am not 100% sure if I am watching it or not. I think we'll end up watching it. Friends, we'll get together and watch it together, but I don't know. We do know, confirmed, a 3-way match for the AEW International Championship. Kenny Omega defending his title against Ricochet and Speedball Mike Bailey in a 3-way fight. There was a tournament to decide the number 1 contender, but both Ricochet and Speedball pinned Mark Davis at the same time, so they both advance, which is fun. That's a fun twist on it. It does mean that Speedball, in what will be his 3rd match in AEW, will be on a pay-per-view fighting for a championship title, which we love because we love Mike Bailey here. We're big Mike Bailey fans. Speedball rules, both as a wrestler and as a human, just a human person. Just one of the good ones. I love this for Mike, that Mike is being treated so seriously, and will be, going in there and making it happen. Fighting against Ricochet and Kenny Omega. It's just wild. It's a wild thing to say. Very happy for him. Excuse me. Also, just to say, Mike Bailey does use he or they. So either he, him, or they, them. Prefers either of those. Does consider themselves to be non-binary, but also will accept he, him pronouns. So if you hear me switching between those, that is why. Mike basically is masculine non-binary. Kind of the vibe going there. We love that from Mike. The Mike is in this match. Who's gonna win? I mean, I'll probably do predictions on Saturday once the full card is out there, but I will say I don't. So it being a triple threat does mean that Mike might not have to have their first loss on a pay-per-view, and Ricochet could win. It also could mean or lose, and Ricochet could also win by pinning Speedball, so the belt changes hands. But this is also Kenny's first title defense, and to me anyway, it doesn't seem to make a lick of sense to have Kenny Omega win a belt and then lose it at the first opportunity. So I think Kenny's gonna win, but Kenny might pin Ricochet, and then or Kenny pins Speedball and continues to feud with Ricochet, which also seems like a possibility. This is not the right piece. I pulled this piece out. It's not the right piece. A30. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, this kid has... This isn't like clear parts, but there's something interesting about these parts. This like... It's like pearl... Like... Pearl? Like, there's something about... Like... There's something about this color right here that is different from the normal, like, off-white. And I'm not quite sure what's going on with it, but I really like it. Very sharp. Very cool. But yeah, we got that's going in. The next match, again, not in order, we don't know, but you know, assumedly your main event, Jon Moxley defending the AEW World Championship against Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana in his corner. Look, I would love to tell you that Swerve is going to pull this off, that they are going to pull the ripcord, that they are going to realize the original plans, reportedly, the original plans to have, I need 3 and 3 here. The original plans to have Moxley hold it until All In, and then Darby Allin win it All In. Like that they would like pull the ripcord and give it back to Swerve and just kind of go, this didn't work. You know, have there are other Death Riders in matches on the card. There's a possibility of another Death Rider in a match on the card. Like, let's just fucking do it. Let's have all of them lose. Big sea change, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. I unfortunately do not think that is going to happen. I think that Jon Moxley is going to retain the title. I think it's going to be a good match, and I think Swerve is going to lose via shenanigans. And I think it's not fine. Because I'm starting to wonder, are we going to see Swerve and Hangman again? Because they kind of been like, because it could be that Hangman just interferes because he does not want Swerve to win the belt. And then the two of them feud again, and that's the feud going into Double or Nothing and then continuing on. And maybe it's a little too soon for that feud, but that kind of seems like where things might go. Do I like that? No. Would I prefer if Swerve Strickland just won the belt and we were done with this nightmare? Yes, but I don't see that happening. Timeless Toni Storm defends the AEW Women's World Championship against Megan Bayne. The match that I feel the least confident in declaring who I think is going to win. Now, has Megan Bayne lost in AEW? No. has Megan Bayne been taken to the limit in AEW? No. Has Megan Bayne really showcased her ability to talk into a microphone and like move people beyond like her just ability to be a wrestler who wrestles? No. Do I think that Megan Bayne is a great wrestler? Yes. I think Megan Bayne hasn't shown us all that Megan Bayne can do in AEW because that's not the way they're building the character. Do I think that she is going to pull off the victory over Toni Storm? Kinda. I kind of feel like she is. I think Toni Storm needs more in character psychic damage. I'd like to see a new thing from Toni Storm. Be that the return to Toni Storm that has, that has another psychic break that could be something brand new. I think there's more to play with here and a new variation. And the idea that, oh yeah, she just didn't have Megan Bayne's number is kind of cool. Now, there's other stuff happening where Mercedes Moné is, even though she is the TBS champion, which is the secondary belt, she's entering the Owen Hart. The winner of the Owen Hart gets a title shot at the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, gets a title shot at All In. So I don't know if they have Mercedes win. If they have Mercedes win, I don't think they have Mercedes win. I think something happens and Mercedes does not win that tournament. And it's her first loss. So when it comes right down to it, the thing that I am most kind of not concerned or, just interested in figuring out is what does Toni Storm do if she beats Megan Bayne? What does Megan Bayne do if she loses? Are they going to put a belt on Megan? It's these are just questions I don't have a good answer for yet, but I think they're important. The very idea of me betting against Toni Storm is ludicrous. I would generally be nah, outside of last All In where it made total sense for Mariah May to beat her. I was oh, that makes sense. That just feels it's necessary. But now I'm I have no idea. All right, so I got to put 47 on here, and then 46 goes on the other one. I have no idea how this works. So that goes like that. Oh, does it? I gotta see if I can look at this. I don't know how the sticker works. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's just the inside sticker. And then, yeah, okay. So there's just a empty space here where it's blue. I don't know this kit super well, so I will be using the reference photo for reference. I'm not sure I've remember a Megan Bayne promo. She said a couple words. So here's the thing, right? AEW is a throwback company in many ways, but generally they are not the monster of the season. We introduce a new heel, they win a bunch of matches, they go up against the big babyface, the babyface wins. AEW isn't necessarily that kind of company. So the fact that they're bringing in Megan Bayne and having her just win and be real dramatic and a heel, makes me think there's something else. And I think that something else might be the only belt, one of two belts that is going to change hands on that show. There's another one that probably is going to change hands, but I'm convincing myself it's not going to happen because I don't want it to. We'll get to that in a second. Anyway, I can actually see this go either way because I don't think Toni needs the belt anymore. And I love the idea of someone new with the belt, even if that is someone who does not have, who is new to the company. I don't hate that at all. I like it. Death Riders are defending the AEW World Trios Championships. That is Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, and Wheeler Yuta. Defending the belts against Rated FTR. And that is Cope, Adam Copeland, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. We currently have some dissension where like one of them is kind of turning heel and the other is mad about that, but also maybe he's also going to turn heel. And I think this is where I think the villains retain so that the heroes can go through more trauma. And I think this is FTR losing these belts opportunity and going, well, we did what Adam wanted to do. Now we're going to do what I want to do and get back to these tag belts. And in the process, let's have FTR be heels. Let's just go on a heel run again. I think it's time for an FTR heel run once again. I think they are better as heels because their cocky attitude just feels like nonsense. And I would not hate at all if Cope also was a heel with them and they were just a heel trio. I think that would be pretty neat. I don't think we're getting that, but I think that would be pretty good. I know that we're not going to get... Like, I don't know what trio beats Death Riders, but I don't think it's this one. I mean, I know what trio should beat them. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong should beat them because they're actually a good trio that work well together, but whatever. If Cope is going to get another belt in AEW, I would not be mad if it was the trios belt. If he's got to have another belt in the company, and he's just fucking gotta, then like he could do way worse. The company could do way worse than giving him the trios belts. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think those are the belts that are going to change hands. The belt that's changing hands, I'm calling it tonight. The belt that is changing hands at AEW's Dynasty is the Ring of Honor World Championship. Chris Jericho defends his title against Bandito's Mask. Now, do I think that Chris Jericho would at the very least pitch the idea that he should lose that belt at a better pay-per-view, like a bigger pay-per-view, not better, a bigger pay-per-view? I think he would pitch that. Do I think that Chris Jericho would pitch that, oh, well, you know, like Bandito's a good-looking guy, he could deal with it? I do think he would pitch that. Do I think people are going to listen to him? No. I think Chris Jericho is going to lose the Ring of Honor World title, which he does not need at all. He's going to lose that as Bandito because I just can't bring myself to think about Bandito having to remove his mask because his mask fucking rules and his vibe is really fucking good. So I would like to see him win that belt and then be done with it, and then I don't have to think about a Ring of Honor title for a while anymore. And then Chris Jericho can be like, continue on the learning tree storyline and maybe finally have Brian Keith and Big Bill break away from Jericho. Please, 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 let's do it. Let's do this thing. Please, 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 please. All right, so I have to put the front skull part on here. Before I do it, I'm going to do a little panel lining where things will be a little easier for me to do. This pearl white, I'm going to use black on because I think that's really going to pop. There's not much panel lining to do on this kit because a lot of the color on this kit is due to stickers, unfortunately. But it's got a lot of good blacks and blues, so I'm not mad about that. But, I do like to do some panel lining. So I'm going to panel line what we can, and then we'll move on to the front piece there. But I would normally do gray on a off-white, but this pearl is really radiant. So I'm going to do black on it to really get some contrast. I know a little bit. And then the only other match listed on the card so far, again, there will be more matches added on Wednesday, and my guess is 0 Hour stuff will get added either via tweets or added on during Collision. Daniel Garcia will be defending his AEW TNT Championship against Adam Cole, baby. He was the only title not defended in the last pay-per-view. Adam Cole versus Daniel Garcia 1 got interrupted by outside interference. Number 2 had a 20-minute TV time limit, and the time limit expired, and Adam Cole was not able to put him away. Adam Cole was mad about that, blah, 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 and I could do it, and I didn't do it, but whatever. And they've decided, okay, nobody is allowed at ringside, so it's just going to be a one-on-one, and also no time limit. So there will be a winner. But yeah, nobody can be at ringside, so that way there's no interference. Sorry, hold on one sec here. Nope, this is just more. I got a text message, and I like to find out what my text messages are. But this text message is just something I don't care about. So I'll delete it, get rid of it. If I ignored the text message, it would just like pop up. I have it set to like if I get a text message and I don't look at it, then I get a buzz again every couple minutes, so I have to like acknowledge it. That's beneficial for me because sometimes I'm not looking at my phone. It's just on my desk and I'm not paying attention, so that way I can see what it is. All right, I need J2. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the skull, everybody. Oh, it's good. It's good looking. So, I don't want... Danny Garcia's TNT title reign has unfortunately been more about Danny Garcia being the guy they decided was going to beat Jack Perry and not about pushing Daniel Garcia. Now, he's had a couple strong matches for sure, but it's not been the best run. Also, during his run, he was also in trios matches a bit and various like tag things, and it's been like kind of all over the place, and that has sucked shit, and I've been real against that and real unhappy with that. All right, so we got our front parts here. We need K3 and K4, which is this is K3 and K4. Get those on there. This is going to have a bunch of stickers, so we'll get some stickers going here. Yeah, so I've been really disappointed with this run. He's had a couple good matches, really good match with here on TV. This will be his first pay-per-view defense. I would love to say that I am sure that he is going to win and prevail, but I am not sure about that. I feel like they might want Adam Cole losing and fully turning heel, and the rest of his guys being, Roddy being all on board, and then Kyle kind of like getting on board. That makes a lot of sense to me. Adam Cole losing clean makes some sense to me. I think there's like something that can be done with that like is really interesting. All right, I gotta find sticker 34, which is this sticker here. Adam Cole cheating to beat Danny Garcia isn't like the worst thing in the world. It's not my favorite, but it's not like the worst thing I can think of. But I don't want it because I don't want Danny's run to end like this. Like I don't want it to be. I don't want this to be how Danny's run ends. This kind of lackluster run, kind of wrap up in that way. I don't want it. Can I look at the little skirts here? I feel like. All right, yeah. This is not. This has got to go. Yeah. Okay. I was putting the sticker on the wrong place. I was putting it on the side of the piece, and I got to put it on the piece. So I'm learning, everybody. Learning on the job. Again, I am not super familiar. I've built a Crossbone before, but I haven't built this variation of the Crossbone before, and I haven't seen this variation of the Crossbone do anything, so occasionally I'll just be wrong about where stickers go. This is why we have reference. All right. When I do the other side sticker, that'll be way easier. That's going to be sticker 37, which is right here. So yeah, I want Danny to win this belt, or to retain his belt. I think a win over Adam Cole is the way to go. I am worried that it's going to be Adam Cole, and that would be a bummer. But also, I don't know. I mean, they'll do it where they won't have any belts change hands, or just Jericho losing the Ring of Honor belt. Like, I guess they could do that. There's a chance that there might be another title on the line. Takeshita, maybe there'll be something this week, because it is a little interesting that as of right now, Will Ospreay not on the card, Takeshita not on the card, tag team champs not on the card, Mercedes Moné not on the card. I think that's on purpose. I think Mercedes is going to watch a match. What could be out of the card? Again, you could see the tag champions, the Hurt Syndicate, could end up on the card defending the belts against Big Bill and Keith Lee. Or not Keith Lee. Oh, God. Please, Keith Lee. I want you to be well, Keith. Get well soon, my friend. Big Bill and Brian Keith. Maybe. Willow Nightingale versus Marina Shafir feels like a match that maybe is a 0-hour match, maybe? But that feels like something, and I would like to have more than one women's match on the card. If Mercedes isn't going to wrestle, which it seems like she might not, because we might just get a fight. But also, Athena is going to want to fight Mercedes, and they could do it with little to no notice. But I feel like they should build that, do it at Double or Nothing, and then do it again at All In. That's just my opinion on that. I don't know. They can do whatever they want to do. I just love the idea of Athena on television again. It's been so long that some people forget that Athena was on AEW television before. That she started off as someone on television. And then they had her win the Ring of Honor title, and then she just became a Ring of Honor person and not an AEW person. And that's been really shitty. 27. This piece here. So I would love to see Athena back on TV. Also, Athena, Mercedes just feels like it's going to happen. There is talk that maybe we're going to see like a tag match and that'll lead to them having a singles later. So we might get a tag. If we can get Billy and Athena on the card, that would be great. Love that for both of them. Billy out there doing her thing. Sounds pretty good to me. All right. I got these stickers done. I got to do the other side stickers here, which we will do. And then this is going to go this. And that's going to go on there. But we can't put that on there until we do the other two stickers, which we will do after the pause for the cause. My opportunity to talk to you about ways you can support the channel. And then we'll, I think on Thursday we'll talk about this stuff here. We got game layoffs to talk about. We'll do that all on Thursday. Thursday is going to be talking about the Switch 2, and then we'll talk a lot about gaming stuff, and so we'll also talk about anything that happened this week as far as games, like layoffs. There have been a couple layoffs that start off the week, unfortunately. I will just say, Monster Hunter Wilds sold 10 million copies in its first month over, and that's a lot of copies. It's a wild fucking number. Congratulations to everyone involved. It's a lot of copies of Monster Hunter Wilds. It's fucking cool. Anyway, the pause for the cause. What's that, Pat? You ask, because you're helping me out by teeing me up with a question. It's my opportunity to talk to you for a few minutes anyway about ways that you can support me and what I do here. Everything I'm about to tell you is optional. You're under no obligation to do any of these things. If you would like to help me out financially, you can. If you can't because you don't want to or you're not able to, you being here means a lot. Thank you for using your precious time on this earth to spend it with me while I build model kits and talk about nonsense. Let's start by saying, hey, if you're currently a subscriber to the Build with Bear Workshop, you could right now throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat and let the people know that you're a subscriber. The only people that can use the tier 2 blue emote right now are me and Aristofan. And Aristofan renewed their sub today, which is awesome. They're the tier 2 sub, so they get the tier 2 emote. If you're asking, Pat, is there a tier 3 emote? The answer is no. I never made a tier 3 emote. Now, originally, the Death Scythe emote was a tier 2, and I ended up getting a new tier 2. And I will eventually, at some point, add another emote that will be the new tier 2 emote, and then everyone will be able to have me as a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Pat. But that's a future thing. That's in the future. I'm just giving you a little tease of that. But yeah, being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do, either cash money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you get a token. You use that token for anybody. If you want to use that for me, I would love that. You could gift a sub. You could be part of the gift sub leaderboard with Puppet Jared and Harold and Aristofan and an anonymous person that gifted subs, which is very kind. We are currently at 38 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up about how many subscribers I have at 40. So if you want to subscribe, you want to gift a sub, is that promotion still happening? Hold on, let me quickly look to see. Is that promotion still going on where you can save money on gifted subs? No. Oh, yes, it is. There is still a promotion happening right now where you can get extra money for gifting subs. The thing with that promotion is, sometimes in those kind of promotions, Twitch covers the that, and I would get the full amount. In this case, I wouldn't get the full amount. I would be getting a smaller amount. You would save money, and I would get a little less money than if you had individually gifted 5 subs. But that savings is a good amount of savings. So why the fuck not? Why not just do that if you wanted to? If you wanted to gift a sub, I'm not telling you you can't. I'm just letting you know there is a little bit of fairness. Because sometimes people really care about that. They really want to know. They really, want to put that out there. So I'm just letting you know that. If you want to gift a sub, you could do that. I believe that sale ends tonight. So just letting you know. No fooling. Oh God, I haven't even talked about that yet. We'll talk about that in the second hour. Now, if you want to support me financially and you don't want to go through Twitch, which I get, I have various other ways that you can do it if you're so inclined. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. Over on my Patreon, there is a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for the different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. Take a look at it. See if that's right for you. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatBear. Over on my YouTube channel, you can, of course, subscribe for free, and I would love it if you did. You can also become a member, and for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So tomorrow, you will see a video that other people will have to wait until Wednesday to see. My theme for Kuma Baer this next month is my favorite anime from the winter anime season. So you could probably guess what those 5 shows are going to be, but one of them might surprise you. Now, those are monthly ways to support me financially. If you would love to do, I would love it if you wanted to pick one of those. And if not, if you just want to support me once in a while, well, I've got a Ko-Fi and I got a PayPal, and you can make a direct donation. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And I take money out of the fund constantly to buy model kits. I was able to see that this kit was on sale for a good price on Amazon, and I picked it up because it looked rad as hell. It was the most recent kit that I have purchased, and I was like, this looks great. I'm going to put it in my put up for vote, and it won the poll and became the next thing that I'm working on because it just looks, God, it looks so cool. Now, I said that this got a vote and was the next thing that I was going to build. If you want to have a say in what I work on next, and you want to support me and spend a little bit more money than a monthly subscription, well, you can go over my Amazon wish list and buy something for me to build. Inexpensive model kits, expensive model kits. I got a $6 puzzle right there. A 500-piece Magic the Gathering themed jigsaw puzzle. And I will put that together because you bought it. Again, model kits, Lego sets, inexpensive things, expensive things, all kinds of stuff that I'd be happy to work on. I try to add new model kits in constantly. We're going to start. We haven't seen them yet. They're out there. They're just not really on Amazon yet. The new Gundam series. I will be adding in those kits when they become easily available on Amazon. They will end up on the wish list because I would like to build new stuff. I want to see how they look. They're weird kits. I mean, they're weird mobile suits. So I'm interested to see how they translate to building. But I got all kinds of things in there. Inexpensive stuff, very expensive stuff. I recently added a new thing at the bottom. At the bottom of my wish list is always gear, just like stuff that is not a model kit. Although the bottom of my wish list now also has model kits for some reason. I don't know why. But they're there. But yeah, I've got a couple things in here that I thought would be pretty neat. I added this thing. It is the Finish Master R model tool. It is basically the eraser that I use to clean up panel lines, but it's in like a pencil form, like a stick. A friend of mine swears by these things. They have replaceable tips. And they're great for cleaning up panel lines in like weird crevices. So a friend of mine swears by these things, and it's on sale right now, and it's on my wish list. So if you want me to get a finishing tool to finish panel lines and use a new bit of kit, you could buy that on my wish list. You don't have to, but you could. My alternative to Amazon is my Throne wish list. I got an Amazon. Amazon, sometimes you just don't want to use it. So you can always check out my Throne wish list. And then the most convoluted way to support me financially is to go to USA Gundam Store. At USA Gundam Store, you can buy a gift card. They will send you an email with your gift card code. Then you send me a whisper on Twitch or a DM on Twitter or Blue Sky or Mastodon. And then I will use that gift card code to buy something on the good old USA Gundam Store. And you can even be like, hey, here's some money, you should get this thing, and send me a link, and maybe I'll pick that up. Now, if you want to support me but not spend any money, I get it. Sometimes you just don't want to spend any money. I hear you. You can always join me in the Discord. I got a little Discord here, and it's a fun, chill place. You're welcome to hang out there. We'd love to have you over on the Discord. A couple video links for you to check out, and then we'll get back to building and talking about a bunch of things and things. Hey, I got a new episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club. It was recorded a week ago Tuesday, right here on stream. It is 2 hours of anime talk. It is right before I got sick. My voice was kind of failing by the end of it. It was my winter wrap-up and my spring preview, the spring anime season. We'll talk about the first show I've watched from it. I'll have watched tomorrow, and so I'll be able to talk about that on Thursday. But yeah, if you want to know what I think about the shows that are about to come out or what I thought about last season's shows, watch that video. I love doing the live version. Even it's 2 hours, it's a lot, but hey, it's gonna be a good time. Check it out. And then Kuma Baer, my weekly anime recommendation series. Very few people watch this video, unfortunately, again, because it has the name Killing in the title. But it is I've been killing slimes for 300 years and finally maxed out my level is a lovely show about found family and lovely ladies coming together. It is the story of a immortal witch and her slime daughters and dragon friends and roommates and a sassy teen ghost. And it is full of just a lovely assortment of hijinks and goofiness. It is a slice of life, a fantasy isekai slice of life that is very queer, even if it isn't overtly. It's a lot of subtext, but it's all good text. Also, there is the Demon King is a young lady, and also working for her is a smart, put together demon named Beelzebub, who's one of my favorite characters in the show. It's great. You should check out that show. You should check that out. I watched my Kuma Baer 1 minute about it and then watch the show. Now, I've got 2 manga to talk to you about, because that's right, it's the return of Manga Monday, because I didn't have it in me to watch anything on my I didn't watch this in winter list. So instead, I just decided I would talk about 2 manga that I really like. We'll talk about that. Before we get into that manga, we will talk a little bit about what tomorrow is, positive and negative about tomorrow. Before we do all that, I am going to transition to the overhead camera. I'm going to drink some water, but I'm also going to blow my nose, and you don't get to watch that. So I'm going to go to this screen, blow my nose, and then we'll transition. Whoop, and yeah. All right. I blew my nose, everybody. Whoops, that was wrong. I hit the wrong button here. Lord Crashton hit the dance button. Thank you for using your channel points for me to hit the dance button. It is the last time I will play this particular song. I will have a new song for the next stream. But here is that song. Thank you, Lord Crashton. Boots, cuts, and boots and cuts, and boots and cuts, and boots and cuts, and boots and cuts. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta get a sticker on here. All right. So I played that song longer than normal. So I am going to talk about 2 manga that I have been reading. Before I talk about that, away from the, that promo zone, I got to do different promo. So I'm going to do a different promo right here, right now, before we get back to building. Because I go to this screen so that I can tell you about, boom, River Towns. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing the game River Towns. It is a tile placement game. And you should come and check me out talking about that. I'm going to go to this screen and pop that over there so I can talk to you a little bit more about it right here. River Towns is a, as I said, tile placement puzzle game. I played the demo a while back. I have received a code for this game. I am not... this is not a sponsored stream, but I received a code, which I could do whatever I wanted with, which in this case is stream it so that we can talk about it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do a stream. Now, one bonus thing, a thing that I have been never, ever, ever, ever able to do before that I can do for this stream, I'm going to give away a code. I have received a code for River Towns that I will give away during the stream. There will be a word that I will tell people to enter into chat. By entering that word, they will be able to enter the raffle, and then a winner will get picked, and then that winner will receive a code from your friend Pat. Again, you'll just have to enter a word to be able to do it. We'll run it for a while. We'll do it during the stream. Exactly when, I haven't decided yet, but I want to give people time to come and watch the stream and hang out and see the game and ask questions and enjoy the game. And then somebody will win a code for the game, which I'm just fucking so psyched to be able to say that I can do. That is the thing that I didn't think would happen. Again, it is a first. I have received codes to play a game before, but I have never been offered a bonus code to give away. I'm very happy to be able to do that. So that's tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, as I add these stickers in, a reminder, trying not to stab myself. I got a, X-Acto blade here. A reminder that tomorrow is April 1st. Tomorrow is April 1st, but it's also already April 1st in many parts of the world. So please, 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 due diligence. If you see something, now obviously we live in a world full of weird shit that shouldn't be true but is true. But even then, people don't understand what jokes are. And so things that are just lies can be, quote unquote, pranks. So we're going to do our, does this make sense? Is this the proper account for doing this? Does that seem right? Does that seem like a thing? We're gonna ask those questions of ourselves. We are going to pose those questions before we retweet things. Or do you really think people would go on the internet and tell lies? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, sometimes those things are harmless and they are silly. And I am not opposed to a good goof. When, years ago, Funny or Die did a bit where Justin Bieber bought Funny or Die. He didn't, but they redid a bunch of classic Funny or Die videos with Justin Bieber. They put all of his videos that he had done with them previously on the front page, and they made some new ones. They did like different updates of things, and Justin Bieber had bought Funny or Die. And I thought that was, I bring it up all the time because it was incredibly clever and really fun and thought out, like well done. There was one year where College Humor made people in New York think that In-N-Out, they were going to open an In-N-Out. They like spent a bunch of money on banners to put like a coming soon, and then they had a unrelated person take photos and upload the photos and like send them to Gawker. And they convinced a bunch of people that New York was getting an In-N-Out. And I thought that sucked because I was like, that's just a lie. That's just a lie that hurts people. I don't like that. Think Geek was famous for doing stuff that was, some of which were fake and some of which were, if you listen to them, were so popular that they made them real. But I also think that some of them were real and they just did them as beta testing. The Tauntaun sleeping bag is a prime example of that. There are some, Max is a good goof. Nice, Lord Crashington. I get that reference. There are some out there that I think are like good, there are good goofs out there and bad goofs out there. But I think the ones that are just lies, ones that are like things that would be cool if it existed, but they don't exist because I'm lying to you. Like, I'm like, that's not fun for me. And I started seeing a few of them because, it's April Fool's in parts of the world. So like some sites that I use suddenly have like all of the photos are broken. All of the avatars on a message board I frequent have been updated. And they're still the same avatars, but in every message, it looks like everyone's avatar is the same. And I'm like, that's just annoying. That's just, now I don't want to use your website for the next 12 hours until it is no longer April 1st, wherever the fuck you are. And then it'll go back to being something that I can deal with. We're done with the chest here. The only thing that really got panel lined is our skull. And now we're going to move on to the head. Sorry. I'm not going to blow my nose, but I am going to pad my nose here. Similar. All right, I'm going to start working on the head. I'm done ranting about April Fools, but just be okay with knowing that the internet is even wronger than normal. Even wronger than normal, fortunately. And then, actually, I am going to go back to the pre-show screen here and blow my nose again. My apologies. My allergies are just really killing me. I'll be back in just a second. All right, and now I am back. I'm so sorry about that I had to do that twice in one stream, but yeah, my I am over the cold, but the allergies still persist, and I have the window open, which was to get some air circulation, but that doesn't help with that. Um, Hopefully, it won't be a problem on Tuesday. All right, so I am going to start working on the head. We have two different faces here and two different stickers for the face, so we will get that going. And as I get that prepared, them trees do be pollinating. You're not wrong. Let's talk about some manga that I've been reading. That's right. It's the return of Manga Monday, where I talk about two manga that I have been reading because I did not get caught up on any anime from this previous season, and there's no new anime starting that I'm watching yet. So instead, you get to hear me talk about the saint whose engagement was broken when she became too perfect is sold off to a neighboring kingdom, which I believe will be getting an anime adaptation this year. I believe I saw the trailer for that. That is coming. Okay, 12 and 13. Tiny faces here. Got them tiny faces. So I can't really tell a difference between these two faces. I'm going to put eye stickers on both of them. I'm pretty sure these are just identical. So, and the eyes are identical. So I don't even know. I don't know why I have two different faces here, but I do. So as I get this together, I'll tell you about this first anime. So this is definitely obviously a banished story, a girl who has been mistreated her whole life. I am not going to give the big revelation as to why this girl was so mistreated her entire life and why so many people, why her parents were so awful to her, why everyone was just seemingly so shitty to this girl. There is a reason, is not a good reason, but they do actually have a reason. But that is a reveal that I think is important, so I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, so our main character, she's born into a family of saints. She has a lot of power as a saint. She is trained by her great aunt to be that. Again, her parents kind of shy away from her. Things really change when her younger sister is born. Her parents start to really just completely ignore her totally. And she's so focused on being like a good saint for her country, she doesn't recognize that the second prince, it just feels incredibly inadequate. Like, she wouldn't be less of a good saint if she knew that being a good saint made him feel weak and less than, because he has an inferiority complex. And he knows that he's only next in line to be king because his brother is sickly. So like, it's a whole fucking thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because our girl, Philia, is eventually like, he decides life would be so much better if I was engaged to Philia's sister, who's like the real saint. She's going to be just as good as a saint as her older sister, and she like wouldn't yell at me. Now, he doesn't know anything about her. He doesn't realize the younger sister would like fucking hates him because she against type, against the genre, loves her older sister. Like, understands how she is the only person in the country, and even including Philia, she's the only person in the country that recognizes, oh, hey, Philia is the only reason we're still alive. Like, her maintaining the barrier, like, we're on the border of the demon continent. Like, she's the only thing keeping us all alive. So anyway, she does get sold off. Julius breaks off the engagement, sends her off to another kingdom who gives a lot of money and resources because they have some people who are saintists, like who could be the saints, but their saint has died and they're not ready to take over. So they are blessed by the idea that this woman is going to come over here and take on the responsibility. And then Philly is just like, oh yeah, yeah, well, they're going to be monsters and I'm going to defeat the monsters and I'm going to try to solve some other stuff. I have some economic knowledge and all that. And then like the country is just like, you're an incredible saint. We would just like be pretty psyched if you put up barriers and like we'll protect you and like you don't have to worry about other stuff. And she's like, no, I got to earn my keep. And they're like, no, for real though. You're incredible and you seem really nice. You should just relax. And so it's one of those. Now, this is a bit darker than some of these kinds of stories. Things are not amazingly rosy for everybody right away. It is a bit more of a drama than like a slice of life. I think it's a really good story. A bunch of stuff is happening where she like kind of realizes what's going on in the past and realizing what's coming in the future and kind of figuring out why she was sold off. And where I last read a chapter, things were like definitely about to pop off and maybe be kind of some moments of despair. I should also say, while she is like having a good life, her sister is only concerned with revenge, which was, again, an interesting take on that. Because she wasn't part of the banishment. Didn't look for that. Even when there is a huge revelation that she also knows about, she still just wants her sister to be happy, and she wants the people that punished her all this time to pay. And it's like an interesting idea, an interesting bit of business. So, I don't know. Wait, this is the wrong piece here, isn't this? Yeah, this is the wrong piece. Sorry. Got the wrong piece out here. Second time tonight, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I really do like it. That's the saint whose engagement was broken when she became too perfect, is sold off to a neighboring kingdom. It's a good one of those. Yeah, I recommend it. Again, there's an anime adaptation, I believe, coming up this year. So I'll be excited to watch that. Now let's get our face together here. All right. Face like that. Oops. Make sure this is all lined up right. Do the second face part there. Yeah, all right. I am going to panel line this right now because the stuff that gets added onto this later will make it harder to panel line. So it was the same reason why I did the face before I put this together, because I have learned with experience that getting the panel line, the face here can sometimes be a little tricky if you've put the whole thing together. So we're just going to do it as we go, and then I'll touch it up as needed. Again, with a off-white or a white, I would normally use a gray marker instead of a black marker. But because this kind of like pearl color here is so vibrant, I think the black will be really nice and make everything pop. So we're going with that. I'm breaking from my tradition of using gray. But yeah, this pearl is just so good that I think the black will really accent things. The other manga that I want to tell you about is A Tale of a Little Alchemist Blessed by the Spirits. This is a much different vibe than the other one here. This is an isekai, of course. No, it's not. It's not an isekai. This is a weird thing about A Tale of a Little Alchemist. If you told me this was an isekai, I would believe you. You told me this is a reincarnation story, I would believe you. If you told me that this was a banished story, I would believe you, but it's not. A Tale of a Little Alchemist Blessed by the Spirits is just about an overpowered young lady, just a good girl doing stuff. Everyone gets skills. When they hit a certain age, when they're 5, they find out what the skill is going to be. And our 5-year-old is precocious, and she's been getting ready for her big thing because she wants to help her family. She is a Viscount's daughter, so she wants to help the people of the area, but also help her dad out because he's just overworked. So she's like, oh, I'll become a mage. Well, she's not a mage. She's an alchemist. Now, in other stories, this would be where she was like kicked out of the family, sent somewhere, and then unlocked her true potential and went on adventures and all that. No, her family's just like, okay, well, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. Like, all right, well, do you want to learn about alchemy? And she's like, yes. So she gets really in alchemy, starts making potions with trial by error. Her dad gets her a room in the manor for her to have a workshop so she can start learning. There's people training her and all that. Also, she does not mention this at any point. She has appraisal. So she has an extra skill because the spirits are like, you're going to be a great alchemist someday. So she has the appraisal skill. So that means that she is a born excellent. She just like by design can become an excellent alchemist because she can like tell before the potion's done if it's going to be good or not. She does have a cheat ability. So she starts making some good stuff. She makes medical herbs and stuff, gets some research. She wants to open a store at the time that I've left off reading. She is getting ready. Sorry, I need to find... Ooh, where is it? That's H2. That's H1. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I need to find G1. 9. She starts getting ready to open up a store. Along the way, she finds an assistant who is just like a commoner who has a good eye for things. She finds a cat beast girl that becomes her like live-in chef. And she is like building a foundation of people because she can, appraise people and see their potential, which is very fucking the style of isekai, or not isekai, the style of anime, I should say. Very much alike. Oh, yeah, you're a good judge of character there. All right, G9 is this very tiny skull. I'm so worried about this. All right. It's so small. It's so small. Look at that. It's so small. I am going to snip out the part that this goes into first. And then I am going to snip this out. And I am going to... We're all going to hope and pray that I can get this into C9. What I am going to do is... I am not going to fuck around. I am going to put a bit of liquid cement on C9 immediately. And then I am going to immediately put the piece in there. I'm going to snip it out here. I'm going to put it on here because this piece is going to go in there. So I'm going to snip this out. It's one snip. Can I just bend this out first? Yeah, I'm just going to twist this out. I'm not even going to snip it. I'm so afraid that if I snip it, it's going to go away. If I lose this... I do think that the kit suffers because not having the second skull will be bad. So this is a very tiny piece here. You can see it right there. Barely anything. It is a little skull and crossbones. It's going to go like this is going to go on here and it's going to fit in there. I haven't pushed down on it, but this is how it rests. So I'm going to push this aside. I'm going to get out my liquid cement. I'm going to add some liquid cement to this. And then I'm going to put it on there because I never want to remove this. I never want it to fall off. I never want to worry about this. So I've added some liquid cement. I have put these two together. And I am going to set this aside so that it fully cures and dries. And my hope is that I don't run into any problems. We're just going to let that sit for a second there. I'll get the next parts out that I need, which is just the D1, and I need K1. K1 has a sticker on it, so we can do that sticker while I let this properly cure. So I need D1, which is here. Let's see. D1 is our V-fin. Anyway, so It's a fun one. A Tale of a Little Alchemist Blessed by the Spirits is very cute. At one point, she starts getting into gardening and growing stuff, and her little garden is doing very well because the spirits help with it. Because the water spirits really like it, the earth spirits really like it, and fairies show up who she can see and communicate with. And they're like, we really like everything about what you're doing here. So, and she's just like, and then they find out where I've left off in the manga, she is preparing to build her dream store. She wants to open up a store, and she's going to have this great thing, and it's going to be really cool. And they want to have a little bakery, and she wants to do her research and all that. And the fairies are just like, well, let us know when you move, because we're coming with you. Which is very fun. There is one thing that is interesting. She makes a truth serum because there is shenanigans afoot. There's some shit going down, and a high-ranking member of the royal family is at risk. And she, as a young child, basically has to deal with the fact that the thing she made not only protected the people that she cares about, but did lead to someone's death, because he might not have revealed what he knew without that truth serum, but it did lead to his death. And she has to come to terms with that. And it's like a fucking lot. And she's basically just like, okay, my reward is don't ever put me in that position again. And they're like, oh shit. Yeah. All right. And like I said, it's a lot. It's a whole lot that suddenly this kid is dealing with. I thought that was a really cool thing to explore in this series. Now, if I find out she is reincarnated, that wouldn't super surprise me. If I find out that she has been isekai'd, that wouldn't super surprise me. But right now, we don't know that. So I'm not telling you that because I don't know it. Okay, this should have cured here. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? I always love hearing from you about those things, so let me know if you got anything going on, because I would love to hear it. So feel free to share that in the chat. I have finished the Power Wash Simulator. I have finished the Wallace and Gromit set. That was unbelievably fun. That is a great set. The last stage is very large, and it took me a while to do everything in it. Well, pardon me, but it was really fun. That's a good mini set. That might be the Moon stage. Yeah, Lord Crashing. That's what it was on, the Moon stage. That might be my favorite pack. I was thinking about it, like. I really like the variety in the Tomb Raider pack. I think the Lara Croft Tomb Raider pack is really fun. I like doing the garden and going through the tunnel and coming out. I think that was really neat. I think the designs in I think the designs in Warhammer are very cool, but it's very samey, which makes sense for the world. But then I think about did I like this better than Back to the Future? Did I like it better than doing the DeLorean and the train and even the cafe, storefront areas, or the clock tower? And so no, it's Back to the Future. Back to the Future. The Back to the Future pack is the fucking best. I also liked this one a lot, but the Wallace and Gromit is good. I think if you are a Wallace Gromit fan, there's so much love with it. If you have no idea what that is, I still think it's really fun. The perspective is interesting because you're playing as a robot that is shorter than you as a man or a woman or a person would be. So that's kind of interesting. I think that adds some to it. All right, so do we have to do anything else before we hit the head? I don't know. We finished the head, everybody. The chest is done. The head is on. Whoops, the head is not on. The head was on. There it is. The head is now on. Yeah, the twin skulls here are very good. I love this fucking like cape, like collar. I think it's so good. Skull, chest skull. I'm gonna change my color of the overhead lighting, and then I'm gonna zoom in because I want you to see this shit. Sports. Look at this. Look how good it is. Look at it. Look at this. The skull and crossbones on the head, the skull and crossbones on the chest. The fact that this is part of the chest here, it's like a cloak. Ignore my stickers job that isn't that good over there, but like, such a cool kit, such a cool concept. Really psyched about that. Really cool looking. You can understand why I really want to make sure that the head looked good there, and I think it does. But yeah, I want to hear from you if you've been watching anything, playing anything. I've also got some time in with River Towns because I'm excited about playing that tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern on stream. I reset my progress, but I did check in with that. And then I'm playing Hearthstone. I have one new deck that I really like, which is a dragon deck, is a standard dragon deck that I'm enjoying very much. I am still looking for some more scam decks to play. I do plan on playing on stream some Hearthstone this month. I have 5 Tuesdays this month, so I do have the opportunity to play something, a few things. Obviously, tomorrow, River Towns. Next Tuesday, Patreon's Choice. And then probably at least one of the things that doesn't get picked for Patreon's Choice will be a thing that we do on a Tuesday. I have a few options for that. Maybe another 2K25 stream. Maybe, we haven't done in a while, a watching old wrestling stream, because again, haven't done that in a bit. So I don't think we've done that this year, so I might do that. I don't know if I have it in me for another tier maker stream, but maybe. I wanted to have Xandra as a guest on this stream because I guested on her stream, but she is taking a break from streaming for a bit, so that is not possible, but I am going to be inviting her in the future to do a collab with me because I think it would be fun. All right, so we can do this 2 at a time here, so we'll get that done. And then build this thing out. There's some stickers, of course. I'm going to try not to do any more stickers tonight. If I can avoid it, we'll see. Just because I'm a little tired of stickers. 4 and then 5. And we'll do the same thing on the other piece. Let's see. Is there anything else I've been up to? I watched a really old wrestling show by really old, it's not really old. I watched the wrestling show from 2021. It was a pay-per-view that Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling did, but they did it for a streaming service that was not their own. So it hasn't been on their site until recently. It recently got cleared and uploaded. And it is a show that no audience, 2021. So no crowd, just the live viewers. So there was like a whole thing where they would do interviews with each of the wrestlers because they were in front of a new audience. They had, of course, some people that do like them came and watched the streams anyway, paid for the pay-per-view. And then also, they were reading chat a lot, which was very weird and somewhat cursed, that they were acknowledging that chat existed. Which, again, I thought was odd, but not the worst thing in the world. All right, so wait, so... Okay, so this goes like this goes like this, and then this goes like that. All right. But yeah, that was really fun. I watched that. Is this correct? This doesn't seem right. Oh, no, so it goes like that. So it goes like that, and then this has got to go. Now I get it. Sorry, everybody. I got confused about how this shoulder went together. So that was fun. I did that last night. Watched it with some people. That was a good bit of business to watch some wrestling from a few years ago. And then just try to remember who some of the wrestlers were that don't wrestle anymore. And that was kind of fun to see them. And I unlocked a new thing about one of my favorite wrestlers because there was a whole bit where she was wearing a mask. She's a wrestler that wears a mask, Kyber Misao. She was wearing a mask over her mask, and it was a lot. I found that to be very funny that she was wearing a mask on her mask. All right, I can do these at the same time, and then we do one of these shoulders here. I'm going to put the parts on here, and then I'm going to do the stickers after that, because I haven't decided if I'm going to... Well, we'll try to get these last two stickers on here. I was about to try to talk myself out of putting stickers on these pieces here, because it's the end of the stream, but I'm going to power through. I get sloppy towards the end of streams sometimes. C4 and C3 are right here. C4 is this one. I am now going to read what y'all been writing in the chat, because I always love to check in with you. Lord Crashton says, excited to dive through Missouri, an American Truck Simulator, when it comes out April 4th. The first time it's ever been said, I'm excited, and Missouri in the same sentence here on the stream. I don't know why I'm giving you shade, Missouri. My bad, but that is, I don't believe that's ever been said on stream before. And then Lastbrook says, I watched Dark City for the Next Lander Watchcast this weekend, and I remember liking it, but honestly found it kind of dragged in the middle. Yeah, I haven't watched that in a long time. And I could see it dragging. Driving through Missouri is better than anything else in Missouri. Oh, there you go. You know what? I'll say that. There's one thing better than driving through Missouri, and that's calling it Missouri. Missouri? I think that is fun and charming. That is a fun, charming adaptation to pronounce it Missouri. And I like that. And then also, then just get the fuck out of there as fast as you can. In and out. All right, I got 2 stickers to put on here, and then 1 sticker to put on the piece that goes on top of this. So let's get those on. I need C4 and then C5, or sticker 4, sticker 5, and then sticker 49. Jesus. All right. So sticker 4 and 5 are on here. 4 on one and then 5 on the other. That makes sense. Basically, there's guns or missiles or something on this, and these stickers just do the detail work for you. Adding a little detail to it. And then the backside obviously does not have that. So you just put the other sticker on the backside. Do I need these? No. Am I going to put them on? Yeah. And then G1, and then sticker 49 is this one. Let me get G1. Lashford said, I wonder if they're going to start doing bundles when they get to the small states on the East Coast. Yeah, I don't know. Just the fact that they keep doing it is great. I could see them doing putting a few states together, maybe. If they start going north when they get to East, you know what I mean? I mean, if the Southeast, you can just do what you're doing. You don't have to get wild with it. But yeah, if you go Northeast, if you're paying full price for Delaware, you're a completionist, unfortunately. I was about to say you're a sucker, but I feel like completionist is maybe nicer. All right. Sticker 49. Got to see how this goes. Is this... it's a fold-over sticker. I think it's like this. Yeah. This piece of it is supposed to be a different color, but they didn't. We're doing color correction for them because they didn't do 2 pieces of plastic, because this is a tiny piece of plastic. I get this now. It goes like that. That's fine. That's okay. We'll put that on here. There, you can see now this piece matches. Basically, this piece of plastic was supposed to match this piece of plastic, but it didn't, so they just made it that. I'll panel line this and it'll be done, and then I'll have a million more stickers to do. Look, I knew going into this kit had a ton of stickers. So I'm not like, oh God, but I am like, oh yeah, okay. I'm just prepared for it. I may complain later, but I'm not complaining right now. I knew this kit had a lot of stickers, but also it looks so fucking good that I just wanted to make it. Just want to make it. UConn women are playing basketball right now. That game started, I believe, at like 9 p.m. something or other, Eastern, because it's a West Coast game. And my mom, I think, might still be up watching this basketball game. That's how much she loves the UConn women college basketball team. She's going to be so tired tomorrow. But she loves the UConn women. We're Connecticut people. And if you are a Connecticut native, you had the Whalers. That was the only professional sports team that we had. And then eventually you just kind of start liking teams from other states, New England teams or New York teams. But UConn women got real good while we still lived in Connecticut. So it became a thing that a lot of people, people all over the place think they're great, but Connecticut really did be like, all right, well, we don't have a professional team, but we do have women's basketball, so we're going to be all in. We were in it before a lot of people got super into women's basketball, I feel like. Cutting edge. All right, well, I'm going to wrap things up there. I want to thank you so much for joining me here tonight on this fine Monday evening. We are going to raid. That is how we're going to end tonight's stream. We're going to go find somebody doing cool stuff and go spend some time with them, because I refuse to send you to a place that is not fun. Now, occasionally I send you to a place and they are just about done streaming, and I can never predict that. I never know if that's going to happen. I can only send you to somewhere cool and hope that they are continuing to stream when I send you there. So I don't know if that's going to be this case. We're going to go hang out with my friend Mary. Mary Kish is streaming. It's Merry Monday. It was Manga Monday. Now it's Merry Monday. Mary is playing Look Outside. And I don't know anything about that. I hope Mary's having a great time with this stream. We're going to go give her a raid. I would like you to come with me. I hope that you have a great rest of your evening. I hope your Monday continues to be great. I hope you'll come back tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Please come back. River Towns is a cool looking game. We're going to play some tiles. We're going to solve some puzzles. I'm going to give away a copy of the game. I've never done that before. I'm so psyched about that. I want to thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.